I took 30 seconds. I was not able to record the stream, so I had to go behind the curtains here and delete the old stuff. There's a lot of crap
Really?
in the server there. I need to clean it up. But it worked. Welcome back. Welcome back. So thanks Rob, thanks Brandon, thanks Dave for joining. Hopefully there's going to be more people joining later. Maybe Chris, Mike, not for sure. So we can do whatever the heck we want. So that's why I put the CTI just as a Christmas gift to Mike.
Cool.
Because yeah, Mike doesn't go past 1932, so CTI is good for him. Yeah. Okay, so what's up? The year's closing. We're almost there, so we can do like a recap of the week. Go over the stuff that we found, that we liked, that we whatever, and then perhaps we can think about do a little recap of the year as well. Maybe a little more next week. But if you guys want to talk about anything that you think was cool and relevant for this year, or maybe for next year, we can go over that and just feel free. Today, I'm in charge, which means no one's in charge. You can do whatever you like.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm excited about next year's Tone Poets for sure.
Oh, by the way, my tone posts have been shipped. Probably everybody else that has the subscription have been shipped already.
Can we talk a little bit about that? Because I thought
Yeah.
So on the Discord server, someone shared their shipping thing. And I guess the promo things they're giving special for you members is a little note and a pin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's probably for tier 1, the pin thing?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what tier the person is.
Yeah,
but I mean,
are
there rules about wearing the pin? Where you can wear it? Or is there a secret society? You could go back rooms?
I think if you're like, what's the maximum tier? I think you get a robe.
No, I think you get like an instructions for the secret handshake.
Yeah.
You get a bottle of Joe Harley's essence.
So yeah, so we definitely we can ask Roberto. Roberto, if you have the instructions, or if it's secret, that's
I'm with Rob at in the steakhouse. It gets you in the back room where the poker games are.
I said in the Discord server, I said, when you get the pin, was it you? It was you joined, right, Dave? No. Well, whoever it was, I said, when you get it, do a social media post saying I joined the Tone Poet Society and all I got was this lousy pin.
Oh my god!
I got a free Blue Note pin for their 80th thing from the local record store. They gave me a slip mat and a poster and a pin and a bunch of stuff just for walking
That's it. Thank you so much, Tyler Durden. That's it.
Yeah, you don't talk about it.
Yeah, but I think it's for tier 1 because I subscribe for tier 2 because it's cool. You get some extra perks in there, but I mean I can just text Joe Harley, so I don't need to run on a raffle to talk to him.
You get a Tone Poet air freshener for your car. Tier 2.
Yeah.
Smells like vinyl.
Mike will get a Tone Poet pooper scooper for his dogs.
Yeah. So Paul, in fact, I do have an Inter jersey. That was in '96 when Roberto Carlos went to Inter before he went to play for Real Madrid. And I mean, he just left Palmeiras, and I had to get his jersey Inter Milan before he went to Barcelona. So I do have an Inter Milan jersey. No, that's not Kaká. This one has no. Yeah, but Kaká is good, but Ronaldinho is much better than he was for Milan for sure.
So I'm interested in that Strata-East stuff they were planning for next year. Yeah. The two things I'm interested in are the org reissues of the westbound, eastbound catalog, like the Funkadelic stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm interested in the Strata-East stuff. Because I walked into Atomic, and a guy bought the Charlie Rouse record off the wall.
Oh,
that wasn't cheap.
It's not cheap. 2 is 1.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic record, though.
So I think I mentioned that last week, but just to reinforce, there's going to be one Charlie Rouse, one Stanley Cowell, 1 Pharoah Sanders, and 2 Charles Tolliver. So just do your math and figure out. Some of them are quite obvious which ones they're going to be.
Charlie Rouse he only did 1 Strata-East. So.
And Pharoah Sanders as well. So yeah, those are.
Oh, the Pharaoh. Hold on.
On Strata-East, yeah, there's just one.
I have.
He has a weird name. I can't pronounce. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Tone Poet style, Kevin Gray, the whole shebang.
I have the pure pleasure of that, but so here's a good segue for me, and I didn't purposely do that. But I found this yesterday at Amoeba. This came out twice in 2013. This is the Mosaic box, and it came out only as CD, both 2013, 2017. This is a 2013. They had it for $90, but this thing goes for a lot more on Discogs. I'm number 1062. It's 6 CDs, and it's they doubled them up. But
is there a book too, Rob?
Yeah, the booklet's here.
Cool.
And the records in here are the Pharaoh. So he produced, I think, 5 records for Strata-East for other artists. 3 were released as the Dolphy series. And the ones that were released, which are part of this, are the Cecil Payne Zodiac. I have the pure pleasure of that. The Charles Brackeen Rhythm X, which I have an OG of that. The Pharoah Sanders, which Dave just showed. Those were the ones that were released. But there are 2 albums on here that were not released. Well, at least one. So the one that was sort of released a year before in 2012 was a Wilbur Ware full bass is the name. It was done in conjunction with a school. I forget, a university. Wilbur Ware Super Bass. And that came out on CD on 2012. So that's in here. But the one I wanted to get this for was the Ed Blackwell album that was never released in any way. And that's called Shadows of Ed Blackwell. So that's what's in this 6 CD set. I don't think there's no real extras. The other ones are the Clifford Jordan in the World and Glass B games. So those are the ones that are of his. But so those are the ones he produced. But I listened to the Ed Blackwell today. Excellent. And there's one guy on there that I've never heard of.
Who's that?
And this artist, his name is I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull up the name of the people playing on it. Is this guy right? I'll show a picture of him. This dude. The guy with the cap. Lukman Latif. Has anyone heard of Lukman Latif?
Let me pull that out, Rob. How do you spell Lukman? With a L? Okay.
Luqman.
Well, there was Lukman Ali who was in Sun Ra's group.
Well, so in here, the writer says he played with Sonny Murray in '69 in Newport, but he says that he's a saxophone player.
Yeah.
But otherwise, he was a bit shrouded. That's what the guy says. That's all the information in here about him.
I know Lukman Ali was sax that played with Sun Ra.
This guy, well, this is Latif. I looked him up on Discogs. This is really the only credit.
Oh, wow. Okay. He's a different guy.
Yeah. So, yeah, if anyone knows who that guy is, but I think he's only played on this unreleased Blackwell record.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's figure that out. I'll try to figure that out also.
So I'm gonna probably rip these CDs and make them available because I mean it's hard to find all this stuff. So yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I'd love to hear that Ed Blackwell.
About 2 or 3 songs, it's just him drumming, like solo drum.
Cool. I'd really like Ed Blackwell. I mean, that's the one.
Oh, yeah.
What's that one ECM? Him and Don Cherry. That's like the best ECM record.
All right, so Felipe, this is a question for Felipe.
Dreams. What is it? Dreams.
Also, sorry guys. Also, the last year, at the beginning of last year, Clifford Jordan's family released an unreleased Strata-East record on CD only called "Drink Plenty of Water," and it's a vocal album. I think his daughter sings a lot of the songs. She's 16 at the time, and they released that. So my question to Felipe is, they did this box in 2013 and 17. They must have the tapes, right? That isn't that long ago. Probably.
So here's the issue with this Strata-East reissues. So who's working with Kevin and Joel is Chad Tolliver, Charles Tolliver's son, Chad with an E, Chad. So I don't think they have the rights to everything. So it's mostly going to be stuff that Charles Tolliver had the rights to, or had, So I'm not, because this is Cliff Jordan, I'm not sure this is going to be, possible to be included in that series.
Oh, that one.
So that'll be great, Rob. I mean, I'd love to see that. But
there's this one too.
I'm not sure they're going to have access to that. It will be amazing. I can try to find out more about it. Yeah. I mean, these are. So,
I'm just happy that there's something,
Yeah, I just can't say when it's going to be released. It's going to be in the first half of the year for sure. I would say around spring. But they're finalizing. They have been working on it. The things are done. So just know exactly which label or what's the media, the outlet that's going to be putting it out. But it should be around spring, I believe. Hopefully everything going all right. And I think you guys should. I mean, whoever is following Strata-East on the Instagram, they have been posting actively there. So this is gonna happen. And regarding Westbound, Robin, ORG. I mean, I think last week or maybe the week before I mentioned I've been in talks with David, the engineer that he did the Sahib Shihab, the one that came out, and some other stuff from ORG. They did a miracle with those tapes, right?
Oh, it sounds phenomenal.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite RSD release, was the Sahib Shahab.
Yeah, they did great. So I'm in touch with him. We should be recording an interview with him soon, which is going to be really cool, because we're not going to only talk about reissuing and work, but we're going to be actually in his lab, his room. He's going to be like live demoing stuff, showing how it is actually done, and that I think that's
cool.
going to be really cool. That should be really cool. He offered that. He was, man, I want to show you guys every step that we take. How things work, and how it gets done, how it actually happens. Get show live, not live. It's going to be recorded, of course, but show how it's done.
All right, CJ, I don't think is being funny, where he went by Clarence Thomas. Can you support that?
Might be true.
No, what other? Let me look him up. See.
Yeah, it could be. Well, who knows?
Okay, right. So I just thought I'd show this.
Nice.
One.
So this is I have a mint OG, but this record, I got this a long time ago, but it's getting really hard to find. So I'm stoked for people to be able to get one at $35 or whatever. Because I think it's almost $200 these days, right?
Oh, at least
in that range, yes. I mean, my local here has one of the walls. It's less than 200.
Oh, nice.
But still, yeah.
I need to look into my plane flight down there, Felipe.
It's a fantastic
I can get it for you.
session. It's a super fantastic session, and there's a lot of different people on it. I'd go through it, but there's different people on each track. Including like Joe Chambers is on it. Stanley Clark, Ayrto. I mean, there's just there's different people on each track, and it is a funk jazz masterpiece. It just and you can tell it's like one of those records you put it on and you can tell from like the first 10 seconds this is good. It's just
nice.
So I'm stoked that people are going to be able to get it, because it's really hard to find.
Yeah, I've never found that record. So
and I believe they're gonna make it gatefolds. The whole it's gonna be like a Strata-East Stone Poet kind of thing.
Sweet. I mean, I'll probably get it just because I think it'll be cool to have.
I mean, do they have the tapes?
Yes, they're doing from the tapes. Kevin Gray is doing it.
Okay, so they must have got it from what, Stanley Cowell or?
No, from Chad Tolliver.
Oh, okay.
He's working with Chad. Yes.
Okay.
With Chad, yeah.
So, I would think if they gave tapes to the artist, maybe they kept backup tapes for the label or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's nice to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that was pretty cool. I mean, actually, I talked to Kevin about it, and I ended up getting contact. He introduced me to Chad. We can exchange some messages, and then hopefully.
Oh
my gosh!
I know. Listen, he tried to rebut your $20 last time. Why not 20? Why even 10?
Okay.
Somebody posted some Tom Zay records the other day. I'm trying to remember who it was. They had them for sale.
Yeah.
Some heavy hitter ones.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind, Vinyl Piper, we're talking about something else, and maybe if Felipe feels it, he'll talk about your question. But I actually, per CJ, if you don't mind, I'm going to share the screen, which is the whole rigmarole here. Hold on. I pulled up Clarence Thomas's bio, and it looks pretty interesting. That's who this Lockman Latif is. So, so he played on
Idris
Muhammad. That I found an OG of that. His solo stuff is not for me, but this record
neither. It's almost even too funky.
Yeah, it goes for some dough, but it looks like you play with him. There's a David Fathead Newman. Play with him a lot, but then let's go up here. He wrote with him too. Oh, if anyone got Club Mozambique, he's on that.
Oh, no kidding.
Cool. And then yeah, that's about it. So that's Clarence. Obviously, he did more than spot something on Coke cans. So there you go. Thank you, CJ.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay. So let's go back to Chris. Let's address Chris. Make my $10 worth it. So,
I can't remember who had
that's a deep question, Chris. I really don't remember.
It was recent. Somebody. I'll if I find him. You know Vinyl Piper, don't you, Rob? He's in LA.
Not only do I know Vinyl Piper, I hang out with Vinyl Piper.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'll send you a link to the Tom Zay stuff if I find it, so you can get it to Piper.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably see him tomorrow morning.
Okay. I saw it somewhere recent that there was a ton of heavy hitter Brazilian. It might have been Lars in Sweden that had that stuff.
Yeah.
And if he did, it's probably gone. But
yeah. So just to address Chris pretty quick. So Tom Zay, he was actually born in 1936. He's 88 now. He's a little older than those folks from Tropicalia era. He's about like 5-6 years older than most of them in that band. I mean, he was from a wealthy family. He was well educated. He was very into literature. So, and Tropicalia, although the music got famous, the heavy thing there was movies and literature. The Tropicalia movement was heavy focused on those. The music was just their record pretty much, and a couple of songs here and there. People thought make too much out of it, but it was actually a point in time. It was a declaration, a proof of concept, and then everybody took separate ways. So he meets with Caetano and Gil. They're from the same area, the northeast of Brazil, which is very far from São Paulo, Rio. But when those guys go finally to Rio, they end up meeting each other. And that's how the whole process and interchanges and everything with them happens. So Tom Zé, he was into music, but his thing was really, really poetry. He was a writer. His strong thing is concrete poetry. Concrete poetry is like using very few words, making strong rhymes. The themes are mostly, let's say, urban themes. Remember, it's the late 60s. Here, it occurred a little earlier, but in Brazil, late 60s, when what we call rural migration. The farms are done, people are moving to the cities. The farms are getting poor, getting more mechanized, so the workers end up migrating with their families to the city. So there's a huge migration from the northeast to the southeast of Brazil. So, which is a big issue to this day in terms of they help build these cities, but at the same time, there's a lot of prejudice against people that come from the north, which is like the poorest area of the country. But still, his musical talent is not so good as his writing talent. He's a great writer. He's a great poet. So after the Tropicalia record is recorded, he kind of gets ostracized a little. He doesn't hang out with those people. Okay. Caetano, Gil, Gal Costa, Betania, and they go do their own stuff. They kind of remain together. And Tom Zé was kind of banned from the group. So he has really nice, solid release in the 70s, but he kind of falls slowly into obscurity. He gets like rescued when David Byrne brings him back.
Oh, no kidding.
Like a bop, yeah. So David Byrne put him back on the map. More here than in Brazil. And in Brazil, I'd say his biggest revival was not only necessarily in the early 90s, but I'll say most in the early 2000s. So, and to this day, he remains strong. He's more like retired now in a sense. He doesn't play that many concerts. He's not recording much, but he's still, doing his thing here and there. I'd say sometimes he's too musically. He's not that great, if you know what I mean. It's more about what he's saying, what he's writing, and the way he mixes. He kind of puts together sounds and words. Making the sounds kind of have that feeling, or making words sounds like, how can I put it? I'm trying to translate it and make it easier for you guys, like as if words have feelings, if you can feel the words.
But he also has a super unique, cool voice too.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it's very like thin, small voice, but it works as someone that's like saying poetry, claiming poetry, and make sounds out of those. The sounds follow, give an idea, like a rhythm, and it makes you like feel what he's talking about. Yes, phonetics, Roberto. But what I wanted to say is, like, I would say almost like metonymic kind of thing. Metonymics is when you change. You talk about when you mix sensations, synesthetic. It's a synesthetic kind of thing. So you talk about mixed sensations, smell with touch, and temperature with vision, and things like this. So he's very good at doing this synesthetic and talking about the cities. His main theme always has been the urban jungle, if it makes any sense. So I'd say he's very important. He's a really important guy, but I say mostly on his writing, not so much on his music necessarily per se, just like Gilberto Gil is. Even Caetano is not relevant musically compared to a guy like Gilberto Gil, for example, which is like the real creator, crafter of sounds and things like this. Tropicalia was
a different thing.
Yes, Caetano, he wrote like a movie script for that record. That record is a movie script. But he always felt like his record was not as good as Gil's first record, which is everyone who listens to those knows that, can tell that the Gil is a real musician, a creator, a crafter of sounds and chords and things.
This one?
Yeah, this is one of his. Yeah, this is his second one. I love that thing. I love it. Yeah. So, yeah. So this is. I mean, everybody like contributed a little bit to that movement, that only record, and I think he was crucial in mixing poetry with rhythms, with music, making like this broken chords, this very like symmetric, simple things, but having a very two-sided message. There's like multiple interpretations to what he says. You can see some of his songs; they can go either politically or sentimentally or philosophically. You can slice it anyway. What he says. So I think it's fantastic. Yes, and Roberto is right. There's a good album from Third Man. It's actually Caetano's record, right? Okay, give me 50. I'll keep it for another 5 minutes. Yeah. So I know it's good. Tom Zé is good, is rare, but I think if you want music, he's not the guy. I'd say go for Gilberto Gil for sure. Yeah.
Dom digs Zé. He found one of his records at WFMU.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. This is one of the most symbolic one. I think this is really cool. This is what's the name? Resonance in Spain. Sorry, Elemental in Spain. That's All Eyes. Which is a big metaphor. So this looks like an asshole, but it's actually a mouth with a marble. So when it talks about all eyes, means I, right? And plus talking about dictatorship because you're being watched all the time. So all eyes are on you. You're being watched. So that's.
I didn't. By the way, I want to make it clear. I didn't see an asshole.
Yes, but it was a mouth. But they actually tried taking pictures every way, and but the mouth worked better. Yes, for sure. That was a funny story, but yeah, they actually did.
I think he lost you way before that, anyway. Well, so wait, that came out when from Elemental?
This is last year.
Last year.
Elemental. Yeah, this is a good reissue. This is a beautiful record. This musically is one of his best, I'd say. It's one of his best.
That'd be the one to get.
Yeah, there's great music here, Rob. If you want to try this, it's really good. And even if you don't understand the words, the words go so well with the music, you just get caught into it. It's really cool. And it's funny. Sometimes I hear people say, "Oh, I don't understand the words," but think about like 98% of the world doesn't understand the words coming from here, and this music dominates. So you end up getting used to the rhythm, not getting the words necessarily, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a record I recommend. If it's still available or whatever you can get it because it's a really good record. Fundamental, and the OGs go really expensive. And this label was not a good label, like sonically. This is the same label that released the Artur Verocai record, Continental. So.
Yeah.
So Continental was because it was a very small, cheap label. Yes. So. The thing is, I'm going to grab another record just to show you guys. Give me 1 second. Just
Continental.
Yeah. So So there's another. So this is a 1972 release, right? Continental. This one came early in the year. Later in the same year, they had this this record by this band called Secos e Molhados. Have you heard about them?
What was
So
it again?
secos e molhados. Secos e molhados is like an expression we use when you go like an emporium to buy food and drinks.
Okay.
So secos means dries and molhado means wet.
Okay.
So this was the first band by one of the greatest singers we have to this day, which is named Mato Grosso. It's fantastic. And this was the record, Secos e Molhados.
Oh.
Which
Yeah,
was like a
I've seen
big
that cover
hit.
before.
It's really cool. And they used to, it was very theatrical. They used to paint their faces, see? And that was in 1971 and 2. Okay. So there are people painting their faces before, people are painting their faces here. Anyways, so this record got extremely popular. It sold a lot. Although the music is not that accessible, but the cover had a huge impact. There's 2 songs here that got really big hits. And there was a huge demand to have this record pressed because they couldn't press enough. So what they did, let's recycle the less successful titles. So most of the Artur Verocai, they were recycled to make
Recycled vinyl.
Yeah, to make this guy here. So
Continental.
although this copy is really clean, parts of it are really dirty. They sound bad.
Yeah.
But although this record is still fundamental one, Dave. This is a really good record. It's not a commercial record whatsoever. Okay. So that's the story. That's why this record got so rare. They became so rare and became so like searched for because DJs started going to Brazil to sample that, to buy. So there's like very few copies out there to be found.
Well, that Veracai too is a hefty tag.
Yeah, no, this one is not so expensive. This one, because it was a bestseller, there are tons of copies. But it doesn't sound so good because most of those copies are recycled from Verocai. So there's a little bit of Verocai record here.
That Veracai was Madlib's favorite record. He said he could listen to it every day to the end of his life.
All right, this is a request.
Oh, if he's paying, he can ask whatever. I don't care.
No, here right now, I'm gonna make his money. Does anyone know this album right here?
Nope.
Barry Goudreau.
Yes. So
is he Canadian?
He was the
or
lead
French?
guitarist for Boston. Keeping it on jazz.
And I can see the mullet there, of course.
So he was the lead guitarist for Boston, and they all wanted to work. And Tom Schultz, who's the head of Boston, said, "Well, you guys go make your own album." Blah blah blah. So this is really a Boston. It's everyone but Tom Schultz. And then after him wanting to tour and they wanted to promote it, he fired him from Boston because of this album.
Oh my god!
There you go, Chris. That was just for you, Vinyl Piper.
Yeah.
That was your $5. I made it about this.
That's epic.
That's a good story. Hey, I'll show some albums that I picked up.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah. I showed a bunch on my stream the other night. I'm not going to re-show, but I went in the 50 Cent bin and found an OG copy of this. And it actually plays really nicely.
It plays. My first copy of this one was a 360 label. When I got the OG, I sold my 360 because the OG is much better.
So this has some it looks in the fluorescent light, it looks clean, but it's got scuffs. But the music is so loud and so well. It really, so when people talk about like his Columbia stuff and then the MoFi sound better, this one, I don't know about that. Do you think that?
I have an OG. It sounds great.
I don't think that MoFi did this one, but Chad did it.
I'm happy with my copy. You know.
Yeah, this sounds really good. For 50 cents, it sounds excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I found this today. Does anyone know Emil Richards?
No.
So
I've seen that record before, but I don't know it.
He did a couple lead records on Impulse with his group. I have the other one, a Mosaic. It's with this micro rotonal blues band. But I think he was a very successful percussionist in rock and other musics. But I listened to First Side. It's really good. This is a live record. He plays vibes, all sorts of. He was very famous for being a percussionist. But it's really good. If you
not an Impulse you find every day.
Well, he has two on Impulse. I know Paul has the other I have both. I don't know where the other one is. But I found this today, listened to one side, and it's a very well recorded live album. And he passed away, I think, a year or two ago. And I saw a news piece on him. He had sort of a little museum of he would collect percussion instruments from all over the world.
Oh, that's cool.
So he was like a renowned guy. I do know this about this guy, but it's very good. Okay. And then on my stream, I picked up another copy of this. This is this record label, M&K Real Time. I think most of their releases were direct to disc. And if you ever find this For Duke album, it's one of the Chad did a video like a year or two ago saying great sounding records, and I got Mike to get a copy. I have 2 copies. It really is a very good sounding. So this is a sampler of all their direct to disc albums. I guess either classical. I think this one's for Felipe, Flamenco Forever. Felipe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's classical. So this was cheap, but so that. And then so I showed the Strata-East box, but this was the real find from yesterday. So record store, I go into, the store owner likes me, and if he has a record in the back, he'll pull it out for me. And he goes, I have this. So I'm a big Blossom Dearie fan. If you grew up 70s and 80s, you know Schoolhouse Rock. She sang most of the female songs. She was married to Bobby Jaspar. She's a jazz pianist vocalist, and her style is very distinct. The Bottom Me Please had her second Verve album. This is her first. This is with Ray Brown, Ed Thigpen, and Mondell Lowe on guitar. And this is excellent. So this is an OG mono. This very hard to find record, $200 plus record. I didn't pay that. He gave me a really good price on this, and I listened to it, and it's excellent. Excellent record. So this is a very cool. Yeah, I'm very happy.
That's in great. Looks like in perfect shape.
The cover, I mean, even it looks like there's a manufacturing defect, like a crease.
Oh my gosh!
So this is like a clean as shit copy.
Are you gonna go on Facebook complain about? Oh my gosh! Look at the scrappy work.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I've gone to polite wars with people, and they've blocked me. There's this one schmuck on the jazz on what's his face on Ken's thing, who's just an idiot. Everything he posts and says he's an idiot, and I called him out for being an idiot. Here's what he was making comments about new records costing much, or something about record stores out of business, and everyone knows record stores, mom and pop, make their money on used records. Exactly. They pay little for them and they sell them for more. And I said that to him, and he said something stupid, and I go, well, have you owned a record store? And he goes, more than you. And then he blocked me. He did the more than you one on me.
Oh my gosh.
Is this person 12 years old or?
Dude, you have no idea.
You know who I'm talking about?
No, I've seen this post, but you know, you guys know I'm a moderator in a few groups. Man, it's just like this stuff. We booted a guy last night. Someone made a post about something, and and then this guy started coming, even like going after the guy's wife, stuff like that. It was just like, dude, what's this guy talking about?
I believe people do and say enough stupid stuff, even in these groups, that you don't have to go after.
Keyboard warriors.
It's just like, oh my gosh, dude, get out of your basement. We got a life, Ask your mom to,
by the way, get your car. Hey, Alan, hold on one second. Alan, I have 15 to 20 Blossom Dearie records. Hold on one second.
But that's it, yeah.
I found this a while ago. This is a twofer.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, this was of those records he's talking about. So it even has like the picture from that one. But these are 2 records she did on Verve. It's twofers of She Sings Camden and Low. They were Broadway. Weren't they Broadway writers or standard writers?
More than likely.
Adolph Green Have you ever saw the movie with Peter O'Toole that takes place? It's like the memoirs of Mel Brooks writing for your show.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, Adolph Green is in there. And then the other record on here is the Sings Broadway hit songs. So this is a good twofer if you can find it with those songs. That's all. She's awesome. I think later in her life, she started her own label called Daffodil Records. And most of those are live recordings. And she worked. There's one with Ron Carter on it. Her stuff is good. And I would love to have seen her live because she really knew how to work with a crowd and stuff like that. So,
You got any more stuff you found, Rob?
Yeah, no, not that I didn't show the other day, but that's about it. Yeah,
I only found one. I got it tonight.
Hold on.
I just came from the record store right before going on. This is one I've been looking for. This is the Andrzej Tchaikovsky Quintet, and it's got one of my favorite trumpet players on it, Tomasz Stanko from Poland. So it's all Polish players from I think 1965. This is Warner put this out in 2016, did a reissue of it. So on the Muza Polski Nagrania label, one of my favorite labels.
My local here has like a Polish jazz as well. I think that's
I have one Polish jazz record, but who's the king of the guy who did the soundtrack to Rosemary's Baby? He's like the king Polish jazz guy, right?
Yeah, I dig pretty much most of the label. As far as the jazz side of it, there's a lot of other stuff that they put out on the label that's not as good. But yeah, that was cool to find that one. I think Tom Minko and the VC actually just got an original of this not too long ago. So I was happy with the reissue though, for cheap. That's the only jazz record I've found this week.
Man, it's a slow week. What about you?
Slow.
I have a couple.
I've got a couple things too, but let's.
But I was actually going through. I've been selling a ton of stuff, and I was going through my records, and I realized this Larry Young has Bayard Lancaster on it. I know we kind of been.
I have that record
About him, but it's not a very expensive one, and it's a pretty cool record.
Yeah,
I didn't get that.
I didn't know he was on that.
Yeah, it made me listen to it again. So I just got 2 records. I got this Steve Kuhn Trance, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Steve Kuhn is good.
Steve Swallow. It's his band, Jack DeJohnette, Steve Swallow, and then Sue Evans doing percussion. And it's very good. I'm surprised. I thought I had it, but apparently I didn't. And then I got this Max Roche.
The Lodestar.
The Lodestar, and this is fantastic.
I don't know that one.
It's
What's
really
the story behind it? Yeah, what's up with it?
So it was recorded in Italy in '77 at Mama Dog Studio, and it's Max Roach, Cecil Bridgewater, Billy Harper, and Reggie Workman, and it's a really good jam. And it's just 2 songs. It's a double LP, so it's like 40 minutes of each song.
Dude, that is a badass LP right there.
It is a badass one. I'd never seen it before.
What's the band, Brando?
And it popped in, and then here's the Horo
label. Yeah.
Oh, the Horo.
I've got some Sun Ra on that label.
Oh, Horo is great. I mean, even like earlier. So they had a series called like Jazz Duels, Jazz Fights or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Horo was like the very first predecessor of Italian labels, like before like Red Records or Soul Jazz, Soul whatever. So they were the first label to get all these American musicians in Europe, and they were playing very free modal, a lot of stuff, post modal, It's a great label. I have one here. Let me go find it. I'll be right back.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. I'll show you the.
Oh yeah. Horo kicks ass.
There's a pretty cool photo in there too.
Oh yeah.
I'd never seen it before, and I put it on at the listening station, and it was awesome. I also got a Tangerine Dream. This is like 80s.
Was that Loadster pricey?
No, like 45 bucks. So not for a double LP, not that much.
That was a great price on that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And
yeah,
it's
that's a hell of a find for that price.
It's a super clean copy, so.
Yeah, because that one you usually have to order from overseas.
Yeah, this is this guy gets a lot of stuff from Little Axe gets a lot of stuff from Europe and Japan, and he doesn't tack on the shipping costs, so it's just kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it sounds like your honey hole, man. That place.
Yeah. So I got one here, Dave and Brandon, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
There's a series called Jazz a Confronto, which means jazz fights, jazz confrontations. So they pretty much put Italian musicians against quote unquote Western musicians, American. So the label's called Horo because of the Horus, the Egyptian god. So
yeah, that's what I was wondering.
That was the label here. Yeah, see, Horus.
Very cool.
Yeah. So this is Gianni Brasso Jazz a Confronto number 3. These records are not so easy or very cheap, but this music here is amazing. If you can find anything on Horo, yeah. So this is Gianni Brasso, Gianni Basso, Franco D'Andrea, Bruno Tommaso, and Bruno Biriaco. Amazing music. I recommend anything on Horo. If you find a Horo record, buy one.
Yeah, this is the first one I've ever seen, I think.
Yeah, I think I showed this record like a long time ago, and that's my only one, and I love it. The vinyl on this one, I think that's the second press. Not sure if it's the first. It's a little noisy, but when the music kicks in,
yeah,
doesn't you don't hear anything. It's really amazing.
I've never found any of those.
Yeah, so if you find, you can go on Discogs, Jazz a Confronto. Very good stuff.
Yeah, there's a couple of those Sun Ra's on Horo right here.
Yeah. So Horo was
Unity.
the label that, so Horo started the whole Italian jazz labels. That was the pioneer, and they have some of the best stuff.
This one with John Gilmore.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, this was that was recorded in 77. So I don't know when did Horo start?
Oh, it's earlier. It's early 70s. I think late 60s maybe. This is 73. This is 73.
Cool.
So I think they probably started around 1970s. So I would say, Brandon. Yeah, but they started mostly with this Jazz a Confronto thing, and then they started having like more regular releases, individual records and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but it's an amazing. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
It was recorded at a place in Rome called Mama Dog Studios, and I don't know if that's Horo's studio, but I thought it was a cool name for a studio too.
Yeah, definitely.
This is a different. Yeah, this is in Rome too. This is registrazione effettuata da febbraio 73, February 73, Studio Titania di Roma. I don't know if you can read here. Titania di Roma.
Yeah. So they were definitely in Rome.
Yes. Yes, it's a Roma label. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
I
cool.
bit the bullet.
Highly recommended.
I paid for the shipping for the Loadster.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah, it wasn't horrible with the shit. It's coming from, where's it coming from? It's in euros. So with shipping, it was in tax, it was $61.
Yeah, I guess there was a reissue of it in 2012 too. So
yeah, that's an amazing LP.
I got
Yeah,
an
it's
OG
killer.
copy.
Yeah, you'll be stoked.
Okay. Well, I saw Billy Harper, and I gotta get it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was one of the best groups from that time period, no doubt. Cecil
Yeah.
Bridgewater, yeah. I mean, and Max.
It's just if you like just like a total like modal jam, then there it is. It's a jam. Like they just start going, and it's basically like an hour and a half of a jam. Maybe not that much. Hour and 20 minutes.
like I got a whole stack of one of these here. Oh, not this one, but yeah, like I think there's the same group as like these ones here. These Japanese ones, Max Roach Quartet Live in Tokyo, Volume 1.
Oh, cool.
And then Volume 2. It's the same group, Bridgewater and yeah. And then there's another. Well, yeah, there's this one. This is with Dollar Brand. That's another good one.
Oh, cool. Is that?
That's on Bay State out of Japan.
But is it the same band, just add piano, or?
No, this is just Max and Dollar Brand. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I think the group peers back together. Yeah, the group, the whole group's here on this one too. Confirmation.
Where's the group?
This is on the Fluid label.
Yeah, so Billy Harper, Cecil Bridgewater, and
oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what's that on?
Fluid.
Fluid. And what year did that come out?
It's a Rick Ballard import.
Or when was it recorded?
1978.
78.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I looked at the cover and it looks kind of like a prog rock cover,
Oh, yeah.
It's good. It was a nice punch because I was about to leave the store and then I kind of, what's this? Because you can't see what it is. There's no writing on the cover,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't know. I mean, it's just that image.
Yeah. So,
the sculpture like looking image, and yeah, you kind of have to know what it is when you see it.
We should talk about. Did anyone watch my stream? Brian from Tokyo got me like 4 Mal Waldron records.
Oh, whoa.
And one is this one that was never really ever released. It was sort of a jazz funk album that he wrote and arranged, it says, but there are rumors that he's playing on it. Does anyone called Candy Girl? And it was done in 77. But this
that rings a bell, but I never saw it.
Well, so I communicate with the guy. He says they're going to redo it. He reissued it like 5 different times from 2016. I think the last one was 2020. Let me dig it out. But it is a fucking awesome record. If you can get your hands on it. Huh?
Is it a quartet? What is it?
It's a trio. But if you know Mal Waldron, and I'm learning stuff all the time, he played with the krautrock band Embryo. So there's that live record I've been trying to get.
That Embryo record is amazing. I missed one at my local store here.
Right.
What's the one with the balloon on the cover? Opal?
Yeah, it's like
the fetus. There's a fetus on the cover.
With a guitar chord. I actually missed out on one on eBay, and it went for a good price. But there's another album he did with a member of Embryo called The Call.
Yeah, The Call is one of his best.
Right, and that he's playing electric keyboard in.
It's the only record I know where he plays a Rhodes. Yeah.
No, he plays a Rhodes.
But he probably plays it on the Candy and on
Embryo. And then the Embryo live album. So let me pull out this record because it is fucking awesome. I think it's here.
Damn.
They sold Roberto. The next week they sold it, but the pop workshop's still there, still waiting for you. Come on, come pick it up.
Yeah, talk people. I don't know where this record is.
All right. Okay. So Rob, I heard you got some Blue Note 10 inches as well this week.
Oh no, I've had those, but do you want to see them? They're right here.
Yes, that'd be cool.
Okay, hold on. Okay, here's. All right, I'll talk about what I showed on my stream because apparently. All right, so here's the record I'm talking about. I'll cover the boobies, lady.
Yes. Oh,
so this is sort of a branding cover because it's a drawing of that, but the other covers are different. And this is really well done. So here's the label that is reissuing it. Let me fix this. So this label, Libreville, and I haven't really put out that much. And Roberto, do you want us to take you seriously or not? So the story goes, this producer, Pierre Gerbat,
okay,
he approached because at that time Mal was going to Paris a lot, and it says on here, all competitions written and arranged by Mal Waldron. Here are the musicians on here. The guy who Frank Abil, they're all part of this rock band at the time, the Lafayette Rock Band or something like that from Paris. So they played on this. But if you listen, and I've listened to the Call and the Embryo record, and actually people in Discogs say Mal's playing on this record. He plays on it.
That's cool.
And it really is, it's excellent. This is a killer record. Killer record.
I'm going to take note of that one, man.
So there's about, this
is one of my favorite records, period.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if you listen to that record, which I have a copy of it with just writing on it, I don't have that cover.
Yeah.
It sounds similar to this.
Yeah. But he didn't play at Rhodes very often except for with the Embryo and this.
Right.
But he's really good at it.
There's the insert with him and his wife.
Oh, wow.
But I highly recommend to get your hands on this. And like I said, I reached out to the guy through Instagram and I said, are you going to repress this? And he goes, he was being coy, but basically, yes. I mean, if this is the only, and each pressing they did, this particular one with this cover was 150, but they either do between 150 and 250. I think one of them was 500. Excellent record.
That's great.
So I have another record. Let me show you the other ones Brian sent me.
Yeah.
So he sent me 2 copies of this. I already have it, so I'll probably do sale. But this is a Japanese reissue of his.
That's the
Bethlehem.
The Bethlehem should be coming out at some point.
Yeah. So Jackie McLean's on one song. He plays with Julian Udwell and who's the other person he's playing with? These stupid Obies. But excellent record. The one record, he found these at thrift stores in Japan. At thrift stores.
Yeah. One thing about Japanese is that whatever you see on Discogs, if you're actually there, it's going to be like a fraction of the price.
I'm thinking of going in the spring. So if anyone's up for going to Japan, I'm thinking of going. The dollar's in our favor. Round trip tickets are cheap. Okay, here's the record that he found. This is an OJC. This is one of the OJCs that go for some dough. And this is an excellent record. This was originally on New Jazz. It's him, Addison Farmer, and Albert Heath. And this is an excellent record.
Yeah, I have a blue trident of that.
Yeah. So Rob, just 1 second.
Yeah.
Got to answer to Louis. Louis, I'm sorry, but Chris is like in a shopping mall right now. I'm sorry for
He's
him.
actually looking for you, Louis. You two got separated. You said, Papa Chris, can I go look at the toys? And when he turned his head, you disappeared.
Yeah.
And in fact, please listen to the intercom. Will Louis please report to the...
Hey, Rob, here's one thing that I hope we do not see. Speaking of malls, is Mazzy at the mall?
I don't want to see Mazzy anywhere. So
they probably imploded his mall at this point, so that's good.
I found a copy of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a RVG, so I don't even think I can find this on Discogs. But this sounds excellent. It's a great record. I think Jimmy Forrest is sort of. I think everyone's appreciated, but they don't hold him up with the highest esteem of people. But this
and he was an old school guy. He played with like bebop, big bands back in the day.
This is sort of a party kind of record.
Mm-hmm.
But I have one on Delmark with him and Grant Green. That's a really good. I have his autograph on the record. It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Delmark has actually a great Pharoah Sanders record. The one with the purple cover.
I think a year or two ago, someone showed this record. Mm-hmm. Does anyone know this? Joe Daly Trio. This is he kind of said he heard Ornette Coleman and he goes, I want to do that. So the only thing I have to go on is someone in Discogs posted that this is sort of a fake Newport 63. It's not really a live record. The audience is piped in, and there's an announcer between each song, and they say it's Joe Daly. But this is on RCA. It's not like it's a flash in the pan kind of record. And there's a picture of him playing live, but it really is good. It's cool. It's sort of going in the Ornette Coleman direction, and he plays. I think he wrote all the songs on here. So this is a good record. It's not expensive.
That's cool.
Then I showed this, and the only reason I picked it up. Does anyone know anything about this record?
No.
So this is an original Transition title.
Oh shit!
So it was only pressed twice, and this is the UK version on Esquire, but the metal it must have been the Metalworks US, because in the dead wax on this is RVG, and it says Transition in the dead wax. But this guy didn't do a lot. It's sort of folk, gospel, blues. It's just him and a guitar player. So I picked it up more for the novelty that this was a Transition title.
Did you dig it?
I haven't played it. I haven't cleaned it. I streamed it.
Oh, okay.
This thing is clean as shit. And that Esquire label is pretty nice.
Yeah, I think I have one record on that label.
Can you see it? It might say you can see it. It says Transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And RVG right there.
Huh.
So that was cool. And it's not shellac, it's real vinyl.
Yeah.
So I picked that up. Okay, and then let's move on to what Felipe wants, the meat and potatoes.
Okay.
So I went into one of my favorite record stores I go into, and somehow someone must have had a 10-inch collection. So these are not OGs. So this Emil, I think I want more stuff from him.
Yeah, I'm hope it's good.
I have a few of his records. On
So
Mode.
So this record was reissued in the 750 series, and I never listened to it. It should be fine.
Yeah, this is the 1975. Like they did a bunch of 10-inch reissues in 75.
Yeah.
That was like literally the second pressing of these 10 inches.
Yeah.
So this is one from 1975. It is excellent. Kick ass. Elmo, he's really good. Then this one is a 1995 reissue.
Yeah, those I think it's 99, Rob. I think that the Toshiba series 99.
This particular one's 95. There is another one.
Yeah, because I have a few of this series. The ones that I have are 99, but that's fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Then this is the 1975 reissue. I've seen this a bunch of times, but
yeah, I saw an OG once in Lunchbox of that.
Yeah.
And this is very good. So it's him. I don't know Franklin Skeet, Oscar Pettiford, and I don't know Lee Abrams. But this is good. It's good. Good.
Yeah.
And then this is the most notable of them. Here comes Frank Foster. This is from 75. But the record store owner told me this copy belonged to Donald Byrd.
That's cool.
So
Yeah, it's got that cataloging on it you talked about.
Yeah, because this is how Donald Byrd logged his records. So a guy who used to work for the record store bought a storage locker, and it was all Donald Byrd's records and papers. His manager let the payment lapse, so he kept all the records and somehow got back Donald Byrd all his papers. But then he's just started selling off the records. So this was a Donald Byrd record.
That's awesome.
And this is an excellent record anyway, too. Anyway.
Are you going to try to get more from that collection?
No, I mean, this was years ago, so I don't know how.
Okay.
But this lineup is great. Benny Powell, Gildo Mahones, Percy Heath, and Kenny Clark. It's and this is very good.
Yeah, I dig Frank Foster, man. He's a heck of a player.
Yeah.
Well, isn't like he played with Elvin Hayes, and Elvin Hayes said he was like the heir apparent to John Coltrane or something like that.
Yeah,
but they had to be the same age, I thought. No.
Yeah.
Frank could play, man.
Yeah, no, Rob, Frank Foster's kind of cool.
Go ahead, Felipe.
Yeah, I have a few 10 inches. Those I got at the WFMU. Some are 7,000, some are 5,000. So it's really nice. Didn't be shade.
Oh yeah.
But this is OG. You know, it's not like crazy hard or expensive anything. But it's really cool too to have those blue notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love seeing those labels, man.
It's beautiful, right?
Oh, Lexington, you mean?
Yeah. So there's another one. Another Sidney Bechet. I like this one. I think this cover is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The artwork is just
the way he holds his chin.
Yeah, right. Like the hold down, the thinker.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Now it's a 5,000 series. I got this a few weeks ago. This is really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is a 5,013. Now there's another 5,000 series which I just got an OG, but it hasn't arrived yet, so I can't show it. But two more 10 inches that I found really good. I think I never showed those. This is the Liberian Suite Duke Ellingtons.
Oh,
I love
Duke.
it. This is so good, so good. And this is like a $10 record on WFMU. One more that I got this on Discogs. This too. One of her early Columbia records, Billie Holiday. And there's like so many classics here. I mean, she's like hitting rock bottom here this time, but I think the cover is so nice, right? Columbia.
They got the pink dots on it.
Yeah, and just like classics here, like You Go to My Head is one of the best interpretations of You Go to My Head I've ever heard. It's fantastic. And lastly, second to last. This one I got on Discogs as well, not like last month, 2 months ago. I've been getting some Jerry Mulligans on 10-inch.
Oh, nice.
Pacific, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. This is really good stuff, guys. I mean, Jerry Mulligan and Lee Konitz, right?
Yeah, I came across Chet Baker Sings 10-inch, but I couldn't pull the trigger on it. It was $60. It had some noise on it. And
they're really noisy. I had one, not too long ago. I saw it as well, but it was not a good shape to pay what they were asking for. So just keep the tone pole. It's good enough. And last but not least, this is for sale now because I just got an OG. And this is a Toshiba. This is a 99, Rob. That's why I was asking you, because this is a 99 release. But it's a 5056. It's impeccable, perfect. So if anybody wants my copy, that's it.
Ooh.
Oh, is that you to hip?
Yeah.
What are you asking for? Doesn't that go for some dough? Even that one?
I put on. Well, we can talk about it. No worries. It's not crazy expensive. I got this directly from Japan like 4 years ago or so.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Where'd you find the OG, Felipe?
On eBay. There's a guy in California that I know. Rob probably knows. And yeah, we can talk about that, Rob. Yeah.
Now that I fell down a rabbit hole buying 10 inches.
Yeah. No, this is a lot of fun. I think the 10 inches are a lot of fun.
Chet Baker?
Huh?
Which Chet Baker were you looking at?
Chet Baker sings. Yeah,
okay.
the Tom Poet, yeah.
Here, I'll show you my two sort of special Blue Note 10 inches that are pretty unique.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, ooh.
And then this one.
Oh, yeah. That's a big,
nice.
That's big one.
Yeah.
Is that like a $500 10 inch?
Well, I got it about 5 years ago, but I got a good deal because you see they put tape.
Yeah.
So it was a lot less than that because someone put tape on the edges.
Yeah, the tape looks fine though.
It's so old that you can't even. It looks like it kind of looks like
part of the cover. Yeah,
part of the cover.
Yeah.
But you know how people used to just put Scotch tape around the edges?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to punch them in the face.
Anyway, here's the record. It actually plays really good. Here we go. Do.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Old Lexington with the deep groove.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lexington kicks ass.
But actually, I don't know if you can tell, but the vinyl's actually really good.
It looks good.
It's like VG, but it plays better than VG.
I have a bunch of other 10 inches, but the other one I have that Mary Lou Williams on Contemporary, and that's really good.
Yeah, I have that one too. And I have some cool Gil Millets, but these are the two like big heavy hitters.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of contemporary, Rob, I have a contemporary here that I got last week, and it's one of the best sounding contemporaries I've ever heard. I think you have this one, right? And I want to hear the opinions on it. It's a 1981 release on Contemporary. There's Chick Corea, Tom Dumas on bass, Peter Erskine on drums, Richard Davis bass, Tony Williams drums, and it's a record by Joe Henderson. Do you guys have this one?
Oh yeah, I have. I've had that twice. It was on the wall at Amoeba not too long ago. Someone bought it, but that's a great record. It really is good.
It's one of the best sounding contemporaries I've ever heard, and probably Joe Henderson's best sounding record I've ever heard. And the music here, side one, first track, Y Todavía Le Quiero. I want you anyways. It just sounds absolutely crazy. It's an amazing band.
Yeah.
Chick Corea doing amazing. Tony Williams, Erskine. But But okay, the cover is a ripoff of Stonewall, right?
Yeah.
Stoneflower, sorry.
He did any other records for Contemporary?
Is that? But Stoneflower came before this one, right? I think by a couple of years.
Yeah.
But still, it's an amazing record. It's one of his best sounding records, and the cover of Charlie Parker they do here, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, mine's over.
Yeah.
I've never been able to find that one.
Really? It doesn't go for too much. I got this one for $60.
It was on the wall at Amoeba for $60. But I had a VG copy I sold, and I found this mint copy for $40.
Yeah, it's an amazing record, guys. We talked so much about the milestones things from Joe Henderson, but check this one out.
This one's still in the shrink or cover is.
Oh, beautiful.
But I think it was like I didn't get it that long ago, and I think it was around 60.
Yeah. Because this record kind of falls like in a hole, right? It's like Blue Note, and then a milestone, and then people talk about the Red Hack records, the Verve, and
I think he did the NPS too. Like, didn't he do a couple?
NPS. Yeah. Yeah.
And then this is just kind of its only contemporary kind of.
Yeah, and this
But
one
then
goes
it goes
kind
back
of
to
under the radar.
As the live at the Vanguard in like 83.
Yeah, that's mid-80s. Yeah. But this one kind of goes under the radar. It doesn't get talked that much, but it's absolutely beauty.
Can we help someone out here? So Toll Freak has been asking, I'm sorry, Toll Freak, that he hasn't gotten his notification that the Tone Poet Society records have shipped. I've seen that people got their notifications because I brought it up that you're getting a pin.
Yeah.
So if someone could help him out and tell that you either did or did not get your notification.
I mean, check your email, check your spam or whatever, but they are shipping those for sure. So I got my notification of the Walter Davis like 2 days ago, and today I got the notification for the regular releases.
All right. So how did that work? They made the Walter Davis available automatically that you could buy it?
Yeah, but you can only buy a copy. If you try to buy two, they're gonna cancel.
Oh.
And they're only making 3,000 copies of it, I think, right?
I don't know how many, Rob. Honestly, I don't know how many.
So anyway, I thought I'd bring these out.
I'll try to find it out.
Because I get a chance to show Spanish Bitch anytime I can. But these are all, I was looking at these. This is the first ECM record, right?
Yes.
But then, and the Spanish Bitch is before that, but it
only came out in
on
Japan.
The front,
but it was done in conjunction with the Japanese label. It came out.
But it's only a Globe record. It's not an ECM record, but it's recorded at Ton's studio by Eichler.
Right. It was a conjunction with Globe, but it only came out in Japan.
But this is also recorded at Ton's studio by Eichler.
That was a Japan. That was
and
a
it
Japan
says, copyright by ECM, but it's not. It's a Japo. It's not an ECM. Record.
But he was probably under contract to ECM, and they would lent out or whatever, right?
Yeah. But it's interesting because they're recorded at the same studio in Germany by Eichler, but they're not ECM records.
Hey, Brandon.
Yo.
Speaking of Waldron and Henderson, you have this one?
Which one's that? I can't.
Mel Waldron with Joe Henderson.
Yeah, I have that.
No.
Yeah.
I should have that. I should have that.
Friesen and Billy Higgins.
It's on, all the cool people have copies of
it. PAJ label.
Is that like early 80s?
Yeah, that's 82.
Sweet.
Do you have the? There's another Mel.
I have a couple PAJ stuff, but not that one.
This one's good. This is on Amiga Jazz.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I need to get that. That one's not too pricey, right? It's like $60.
No, this is super cheap. And this is a good one. This is the on French label, America.
Yeah, I have that one.
Doesn't that have a couple different covers?
Yes, it does. I think. And then there's this is the big one. This is the Hino, the original.
Yeah, I wish I have the reissue of that.
It sounds excellent.
Yeah, the reissue.
Brandon.
I'd actually like to get one with the Obi. The Obi's like a top Obi.
Yeah.
Brandon, the first ECM record. Yeah, the reissue I have is a double LP.
No, I have that one too.
Okay.
I have the double, and it's great because the second album is just as good as the.
Yeah, that's all the Waldron I have. Not much.
I think I'm up to 30 Mal Waldron records.
Yeah, that's your guy.
I probably have 25 or so.
Yeah, I've only got like this little handful. That's it. That's all I've ever found. I'll pick anything of his up I find. I just don't.
The Enja ones are really good too. My favorite is the 70s stuff though.
Yeah.
I have Japanese reissues of like 1 through 4. And
check your Instagram. Hey,
and then I have like the original of the Quest and
I've just got an OJC of that.
He never does bad stuff. Speak to the Devil on Enja, kick ass. Then the one I picked up.
I think it's Up Jump the Devil.
Up Jump. with Reggie Workman and Ed Blackwell.
Jump the
Yeah, I've had
Devil
that on my
and
want
One
list for
Upmanship
10
on
years.
Ninja.
Okay,
Yeah.
that one's expensive, but the one. So here's the one that
I
everyone
put hands
wants.
on when it was $80.
So on
buy
Soul
it.
Note, right? Soul Note is the Seagulls.
Yeah.
That one's a $1 billion record.
Oh yeah.
The other half of that same concert is Get to the Git, and that one's not a horribly expensive. I have that one.
Yeah.
That's like a $50 record.
Okay.
Right. A friend of mine lent that to me. It's good, but it's definitely not as good as the Seagulls.
Hey, did you
Yeah,
jump?
the Seagulls is
Carlos,
crazy
did
good.
you jump off a ship? What's going on, man?
Why? How you doing?
What's going on?
What's happening?
Not much.
I guess me and we could do a Waldron thing, me and Rob.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
for
but
it.
I'm so disorganized. Half of my Mal Waldron records are somewhere I need to find.
Oh, yeah.
Mine are
The
in
other
W.
half,
You need to do some spring cleaning early, Rob.
I need to do something, but I'm going away to visit family. So
Oh, yeah, that's right. Are you going to be in Maryland?
yeah, DC area, mostly
You're going to have
northern
to hit up
Virginia.
Decibel, man. HR,
No, I've been there. I was there before. So,
donut shop. What do you
I'll
think?
go.
What do you think of those shops, man, in DC?
Well, here's the problem with DC. Do you want to hear the problem with DC?
Go ahead.
The record stores
It's
that are
pricey.
outside, the ones that are inside the district, are hard to get to. So most people travel the metro.
Mhm.
The Decibel's right off a metro stop.
Yeah, right at Howard.
But the other ones, you have to get off the metro and take a bus and then walk. That's
Yeah.
like a lot of the record stores. So if you wanted to hit, parking is ridiculous. You can't park. So driving into the city. So if you want to be mobile, it would take you. When I went, I visited 3 record stores in one day, and I had to stop. I didn't have. They were closed. Everyone was closing, and people say this one Sam is really good. I didn't have that experience, although I'm the person who tells you they're only as good as the last collection they bought.
For sure, yeah.
One around the corner from Sam was really good. It slips my mind. Paul went there. Paul, what's the name of the? That seemed to be the best one.
Well, Paul Baraka P-Dub.
Just Joint Custody. No.
Oh yeah, Joint Custody. Yeah, I've ordered from them. They've sent me good reggae records.
They had a good selection, but between you and me, Dave, don't compare to LA. Does it?
That's what I was gonna say. Is like you're kind of spoiled where you're at. So
well, look. Every time you see me,
right,
and I understand it's a sickness. You see me with new records, and they're not shit records. So
right. But I would imagine DC has pretty good jazz selection, right?
They do.
Well, the Joint Custody, when I was there, obviously Decibel had just opened, so they had their primo shit out, and I bought 30 records from them. But Joint Custody had a good selection of jazz. Some records did not.
So that record that Mike found recently, and I forget, I think he found it in New Jersey. That God, was it a Sonny Murray record on Jihad Records? The guy that has the rights to that label is the guy they've been getting the jazz collection from at Decibel. So they've been getting some serious records.
Oh, cool.
For their shop from that collection. I got one of them from that had it shipped. But they got good stuff right now for sure.
So that's good that you mentioned.
Nice.
So that's good that you mentioned our DC, Maryland area, and CJ's here as well. What happened to oh my gosh, the Joe's Record Paradise? Because the owner died, right?
I think I heard something about that.
Yeah, the owner died. I mean, that doesn't.
In Maryland,
they used to be in Silver Spring, Rockville. They kind of shifted. I used to shop there when I lived in Maryland, but I don't know. The owner died.
I don't know. I think someone took it over, but the problem with those stores is the days I had available, one was closed. But the HR store I didn't get to because that's one of the stores where you have to do planes, trains, and automobiles to get to. But they seem to get the good shit, but they charge you the good shit prices.
Yeah,
I get emails from them. They put on a lot of really good jazz live
but how much are the
performances.
prices on those titles?
Oh
Yeah.
The one that's really good is CD Seller, right?
Yeah, CD Seller is good.
And
There's
that's
a
right
ton
near
of
where
stuff there.
that's where my family lives, not far from there, so that's easy to get to.
They're a big Discog seller, right?
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Mm.
HR might be. I don't know.
Yeah, HR's on Discogs. Joint
But here,
Custody's on Discogs. Donut Shop.
I'll give
It's
you a
good to
tip.
know, CJ.
I'll give you a tip, people, but don't fucking touch my records, okay? So when I go, my mom is retired in South Central Pennsylvania, which is basically part of the DC area near Hagerstown. When I drive out to visit her, I stop at every antique mall on the way. And that's where I find some good shit. So those antique malls in the Northeast, that's where those sellers just leave their shit there. You know,
I don't know. I've seen a lot of those places though overpriced because they have no idea either.
Or they don't, or they don't have any idea. But a lot of those areas,
all or nothing.
You know, Pennsylvania is a good state for retirees. It's very affordable to be retired in Pennsylvania. So when they go away, they have record collections that are distributed throughout that area. Like that's the biggest score I ever had. There's so many of them, people. You understand? Is I went to a Goodwill for $1 each. I found 7 hard to find avant-garde free jet. You know, I found the Alice Coltrane, Pharoah Sanders. It was crazy for $1 each. So
it's good timing.
I'm all about good timing.
I'm all about.
I always say that to the digger go the rewards. That's what I've always said.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel rewarded.
Well, are you guys? I'm definitely seeing prices going down.
Yeah, they are
about 15 to 20%. I'd say.
Well, there seems to be a little more wiggle room when you're bartering with a shop owner on a wall record price. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems like they're not trying to hold on to stuff as long as they used to anymore either. You know what I mean? You can go, hey man, you've had this on the wall for 4 or 5 months for $400. How does 300 sound? You know what I mean?
Well, that's why, like that awesome Dearie record, which easily there were none for sale on Discogs of that record, but I easily $200. I bought it for, I think when you at the place I bought it at, when you buy over 100, they automatically give you 10% off.
Right.
So I got it for $69.
There you go.
So, yeah.
That's a hell of a deal, you know, and that record's in beautiful shape.
Beautiful shape.
So, yeah, I like that shop owner a lot, man. They were really cool when we were there.
This is a good one.
Richard Davis.
Oh yeah.
Just listened to this yesterday.
Two different. That's the later cover.
Yeah. He got that from me because I found the OG cover.
Yeah,
but that's
I actually like this. I like this cover better. And maybe the name isn't as cool, but I like the portrait.
Muse.
Yeah,
that's not Muse.
Oh no,
I think that's the one. I like that one better too.
The original's a Cobblestone record.
Yeah, this is.
But did he do 7 or 8 records for Muse?
Is Felipe like cleaning the kitchen? What's going on?
Felipe's. It's hard to clean up the chalk outline from the body.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. I'm putting it in the bathtub and using sulfuric acid.
Yeah.
Feed them to pigs.
He's the cleaner.
On the second floor.
What's that one?
This is a good album. Bad, Not Good. So I think this would be a good starting place for somebody that's trying to get into jazz. But they're an amazing band, and they've been doing a lot lately with featured on other people's albums. But yeah, this is a really cool album.
They're from Canada, right?
I'm not too sure. I think so, maybe.
I think the band's from Canada, but I could be wrong.
It says right there, I guess. Canada.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Hosers.
They're bad, not
Knobs.
good.
But yeah, they're really good.
By the way, Danny G, it's this one, which I now have a reissue. I'm going to probably sell of this. So, no, anything else, Carlos?
I mean, I got a bunch of stuff in that I had ordered, so I haven't listened to it yet. Freddie Roach.
Oh wow, I didn't know they did that one.
Yeah, I love that cover too.
Yeah, that's great.
The Sahib.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
Dude,
Today.
have you played that yet?
Everybody's
I haven't
favorite.
played it yet.
Dude, that's the shit.
I think that's the one record from Record Store Day that has gone the most desirable, right?
It checks all the boxes.
I got.
Oh yeah,
Bonnie Smith.
Oh, I never even seen that one.
And then.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that.
One in. Let's see what else.
yeah, you did good, man.
This is my last purchases of the year coming in, but yeah, that's it for jazz. That's it for jazz.
That's not bad, man. That I got to get that slug still because they had 3 copies at my local.
Yeah.
UPS or the postal service just manhandled them,
Oh,
and they put them
really?
out for sale, and like I mean they're bashed like
Yeah.
to oblivion. I'm like you can't, and they're asking full price. Because Scott, he don't care about covers. He's like, you don't playing the cover. Yeah, I get that. If I'm buying a used record,
Yeah,
that's
it's
damaged,
different
I
if
don't
it's
mind.
used. Yeah.
But if I'm buying
Yeah,
a
but
brand
you
new
do-
record for
that's so dumb.
$45,
You do play the cover. I mean, it's part of the whole thing.
it is. But yeah, and for me, like a
I
brand new
hate
record
that.
like that, that's $45. I'm not gonna buy one with a bashed
Right.
corner. Like I mean,
No,
like
there's one-
smashed in.
I feel like there's one shop where one of my favorite shops, like the owner doesn't get the like, because I've seen him like carve off stickers with like a piece of plastic, like a credit card, and just like trash. And I'm like, dude, have you ever heard of lighter fluid? Like, but he doesn't. They don't. And it's one of my favorite shops. But that's the only thing is they will trash records covers.
Yeah.
Taking stuff off. Because I'm always looking at the cover and reading it and stuff.
Right.
So the cover's still pretty important to me.
I think this was one that I think Freddie showed. If I'm getting his name wrong, I forget. But he's from Denmark or.
Oh yeah. Fred
Captain
Denmark.
Phoenix? Captain Phoenix?
No.
No, Frederick.
Frederick. Yeah. Sorry.
You could probably call him Freddie.
We're close. A Rouge Aftab. I think he showed this one.
Yeah,
This
she
is
did a
really
really good Amoeba What's in My Bag.
Yeah. She did?
Yeah, she did. She did an Amoeba What's in My Bag episode.
Oh, really?
Okay, yes. So Rouge Aftab. So this label is actually by Shabaka. There's some records in this label by Shabaka with not on his name. Yes, and she is on the latest Emmanuel Wilkins, which made it to my list of best of the year.
Yeah,
she sings on that record as well. She's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think the guy that did a review on NPR said it's nice because there's many different singers there, and she's among them.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, when she sings, it's like when you're watching Lord of the Rings and a Galadriel shows up. You know, the light that changes everything. That's how it feels when she sings compared to the other singers.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've been listening to it on Spotify, but it's a really great album.
Yeah. She's Pakistani.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's in the UK.
Yeah, she's real up and coming too. Like you said, she's been on other stuff, and yeah, excellent.
I will say, I've been listening to this more. And I think everyone on here will totally dig this.
So my local store, the owner has a copy. He played at the store, said, "Man, you should get a copy." And the next day, he posted it, Brandon.
It's so good. And the band is great, and it's kind of cool because it's a Japanese meets America band. You know, you've got obviously Masabumi Kikuchi is kind of the main guy on piano, and then Teramasa Hino on trumpet. But then you've got Steve Grossman on sax, Dave Liebman on soprano sax, Reggie Lucas on guitar, Anthony Jackson on bass, Al Foster on drums, and M. Toomey on congas. So there's two Japanese cats and then a bunch of like pretty big American studio guys.
Brandon,
what's the name of that again?
The band is Wishes, and it's Kochi is the name of the record, and it is on East Wind, and it's like 70. See if I can. I think it's like 77, but 76 is. It was recorded in 76. I think the pressing might be 77.
Brandon, you got a lot of Japanese stuff. Do you have any Akira Sakata?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, I've only got a couple. I found one recently, and Alex is actually procuring it for me.
Yeah, I got into Japanese sort of from getting that Masabumi Kikuchi and Teramasa Hino Joe Henderson, and I got that a couple of years ago, and then from there I just was like started
wormhole.
Yeah, going. So those two guys, and then obviously Isao Suzuki on bass. Like I looked for stuff of his. I'm trying to think of who else. I just kind of went Sadao Watanabe. For a lot of his stuff too. But that's I don't think I really know very much, but I follow like those 5 guys.
Yeah, this one. You got this one.
Yeah.
Let me. I have a few. Let me go grab them.
Yeah. Sakata is really just fire on the sax. That guy, holy God.
Yeah, I don't have any of his stuff, but I might have him on an album though.
You might, because he's played on some stuff where there's piano-led trios and whatnot.
Yeah, but, I mean, the what I dig about it is it's sort of like, I mean, so much of it is kind of going from the modal sort of phase, but it has a tiny bit of like funk put into it because it's made in the 70s. And there's also a lot of Fender Rhodes piano being played, which I just love Fender Rhodes. And so that element of having like modal jazz with the Rhodes is just, I just love it.
Yeah, the Sakata stuff's a little more free.
Yeah. What I like about most of these Japanese records is that they sound like so precise, so perfect, but at the same time, there's a lot of openness, sentiment there. They don't sound like mechanical. You know what I mean?
Right.
Although there's perfection there, they don't sound mechanical or not spontaneous. They sound very spontaneous.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, you know, do you know Sato, like Masahiko Sato? He's on piano. So here's one of those records right here. Sakata with him, called Proton Pump. This is a great one right here. Recorded in 2015 at the Pit Inn in Tokyo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's some of my favorite stuff right there.
Yeah, also, like a lot of these Japanese records I picked up recently, it's like you can tell that they heard in a silent way. I mean, there's just this obvious connection to that record, which is one of my favorite records. I mean, just the way that the keyboard is being played, the trumpet is being played. I think one of them, like Teramasa Hino, is even playing with like there's just a style and Bitches Brew, and just like the Miles Davis sort of influence is obvious, but it's not like the
tone was even very similar with the early
stuff. It's not like parodying it or stealing it. It's kind of doing their own thing within like with the obvious influence of something, some really good music. So
yeah, I dig Hino all the way up until the later. It's almost like
78 is where he gets kind of.
It gets a
Smoothie.
little cheese.
Yeah, I had the
And-
one, the taxi one, and I sold
Yeah.
it because it wasn't.
Yeah, I can't.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, they got I'm going up to Bop Shop in Rochester here in a week, and they have a basement that's full of records, and there's a big giant Hino section, but it's just that later stuff that just sits down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not for me. But the
Yeah.
stuff from like 72 to 77 is just amazing.
Oh yeah. All that's worth having. Yeah.
And he made a lot of stuff, so or he played on other people's records at that
Carlos
time.
got something.
So these are kind of more fusiony, but Takeshi Inomata,
Yeah.
Sound Limited. It's a really good one.
I like
and then we
that.
got Akira Ishikawa and the Count Buffaloes.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
Yeah, you guys would probably like a lot of their stuff. This one's a little bit more fusiony, so I kind of like it, but their other stuff kind of gets out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa,
I
that's
like
cool.
that. I really like the fusion
Akira
stuff.
Ishikawa, yeah. And then I got Yuro Inagaki and Soul Media. So this is more kind of psychedelic. This is his take on Woodstock.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so kind of psyche, but
Where'd you
fusion
find that?
at the same. I just heard about it and
Yeah.
I looked it up and heard it on
Okay.
YouTube. Yeah.
No kidding. I've never seen that one too.
Then you got Yuro Inagaki, Head Rock.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
This one is definitely more psychedelic as well.
Joey
What
Callio
is-
showed that.
I'm gonna be looking these up later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then this one's super funky. I really like this one.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that one I know.
That one I
Chris
totally know.
Chris
Yeah,
Jazz
that's a
Bum Chris likes that.
Yeah.
But is Jazz Bum Chris stuck at in the food court at the mall? There's a riot at Chick-fil-A.
What's the Evil Dead?
I think he's got some Taco Bell, Rob. He's got some Taco Bell with Louis.
Another one that I just heard about was Amada Masura. I want to pick this one up. Amada Masaru Trio and Plus One. Yeah. Maki is the name of the album.
Oh, this is great, Carlos. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. Well, I've listened to it on YouTube again, and I really liked it. You have it, Felipe?
My store has it. I
okay.
played a couple times there. Yeah, so I know this record really well.
Yeah.
Here's one that I think Felipe has this one. This is Isao Suzuki. This is
Yeah, that was a Nose and Toes recommendation.
pretty easy, and it's
Yeah,
not
you can get it
super
on Amazon.
expensive. It's a
you can buy it
double
on
45.
Amazon.
You just have to realize it's a 45.
And they play it so fast. First time I played at 33, they play fine.
And this is Hideo Ichikawa on piano,
Mhm.
Masahiko Togashi on drums, and Akira Shiomoto on guitar. So it's a pretty cool quartet. This is really worth getting.
Yeah, this record's amazing. It's amazing. One of the best in the series. This one, Brandon, along with there's this one here. Also, it came early. Called Animal Garden. You guys know this?
Oh
one?
yeah, Animal Garden is great.
Oh yeah, this is.
I have that one too.
Must
And that's
have
just
too.
a band. Who's in the band? I forgot.
So it's in the same series as BBE. So man,
That's a
it's all in
really cool.
it's all in Japanese. The names are in Japanese.
Yeah, that's a cool fusion
I
record.
need to double check. Yeah.
I love that record.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Animal Garden.
That's the name of the band. Is
Animal
Animal
Garden.
Yeah. Animal Garden approach. This one you can find on Amazon. I buy this one out of Amazon.
okay.
And Animals Garden. Sorry, it's also on BBE Jazz series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Miyasaka +5, the sextet.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
really
this
good.
was a Notes and Tones recommendation. So whenever he says something, you just go get it because no mistake.
He's like, what is it? He's like E.F. Hutton. When
He's got the whole set of
when
J
notes and
Jazz.
tones
Yeah,
talk,
yeah,
people listen.
Yeah,
He's got all
exactly.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
this is the best one for me on that label. Is this one?
I got
Earth
when I
Mother.
got that Steve Kuhn, I just thought, oh, keep going.
Yeah, this one's Matsukaze and Diatoku. That one's great. This one's one of the best ones too. Toru Ozawa Quartet.
Okay, you guys are going too fast. I'm trying to put all these on my
Oh, and
Spotify.
this one's also.
What were the last two you just showed, Dave?
Here you go.
Toru.
The Ozawa.
Okay, Quartet.
Yeah.
Got that.
It's called
And then the other one?
Takibana.
This stream will be up later.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't have to come back.
And we
This
got,
is
this one's called Earth Mother.
Earth Mother. And what's the band?
It's the Kochi Masakaze Trio.
Hey, Felipe. Felipe, you're there?
Another great one's this one too, man. This one's called East Plants.
I'm here, Rob.
Oh, I'm probably going to take off in a bit if you got
Yeah,
those.
that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, we can.
All
This
right.
one's
let's
Moriyama.
let's go over those. We
Okay.
definitely, yeah.
That one's
Yeah.
also really good.
I'll probably have to come back and grab all these names. But cool.
And you got
also.
yeah, go ahead, Brandon. Oh, I got two more.
I
This
want to
one's,
get that's the one with Harold Land, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another
Nice.
one, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got
Some of the
this
first
one.
ones.
This one's a little funky. This Shintaro Quintet Evolution.
Nice.
Hmm.
Cool.
Okay.
This original's really hard to find. Like,
Yeah.
I spent years trying to find it, and when this series came out and they did this, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
this one.
I think this series is a great value. Great value.
Yeah.
What series is it?
The
J
Jazz
Jazz.
on BBE. Yeah.
Oh, J
Yeah.
Jazz. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have a few. These are J Jazz's too.
Yeah, you guys got different ones. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, I have that.
Mia Fukui has like 4 on J Jazz.
Yeah.
Oh
And this
yeah.
one's solo piano.
I need all those.
But the one I
Really?
like the best is somewhere in this stack, and it's
Is it
called
the
Mellow
bird?
Dream.
Is it the one with the bird flying over the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like this one, but it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mellow Dream's probably my favorite of I think it's like from 77 or something, and it's
Yeah,
definitely the most 70s.
I sampled that one with a red cover. That's really good.
It's
Yeah.
really, this one's really good too. And this is
Yeah.
that Swiss label, and they do a pretty good job. They sound pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
released
have those
Jazz,
ones in
which is a
different section.
the label's called We Release Jazz, which is a subsidiary of We Release Whatever the Fuck We Want. That's the actual name of the label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put out like stuff like this. This is
Yeah.
this is really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, what's her name? I forget her name, but yeah, this is a good record. Masahiko Sato's on this too on piano.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Jacob.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
Jacob.
it's Hidori. It's what's her name again? Midori Takata. Midori Takata.
Okay.
I think she
And
just
this
goes by Midori, right?
Yeah.
Midori, right? I think it's
got
Midori.
Hosono's on this too. Yeah, this is good.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, here's that record that kind of one of the records that got me started is the Joe Henderson with
Nice.
it's Joe Henderson and Kikuchi, but it's Teramasa Hino and Masabumi Kikuchi and I forget, somebody else is on here. There's like 3 Japanese really good Japanese players on here.
That's a great record.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
it
the
is
other
really
ones in Japan as well, right? That you guys talk about, where he's kind of sitting down. Has the Japanese.
there's the live. That's the live in Japan. That
Right,
one's
yeah.
really good.
But he's playing with a bunch of Japanese artists. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about the one on Three Blind Mice?
No, it's on Milestone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Joe Henderson in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe Henderson. You're talking about Joe Henderson. Okay.
Yeah.
They are
Gotcha.
Hino.
Yeah. So let me just address this. So bus, actually my speakers are not so close to the wall as they look like, but the cool thing is that they're actually front ported. So, and they perform really well close to walls. And trust me, there's like marking tape all over my floor here. I play with positioning those speakers like a lot. So they're in a good spot.
I have front ported speakers too, and they're about, I don't know, they're only like 8 inches from the wall, but they're front ported and works fine.
Yeah. So just a couple. I didn't get much this week, guys. I got a bunch of CDs. Not a bunch. I got a few that I wanted to just share because I thought they were really cool. Some of them were at the show, then I'm gonna show again. I think this one, if you haven't got it, got 3 visitors. Scott Colley, Edward Simon, Brian Blade. Great, like super band. Amazing. What else? This one came from Australia. Peggy Lee, Theo Carb, Julian Wilson, and Dylan Vandership.
I'm going to take off, guys. You have a good evening, weekend.
Happy
Happy
Rob.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Safe trip east.
Yes.
Okay, I'll text you, Rob. Thank you. Okay, so Open Thread. It came from Bandcamp. Came from Australia. Amazing record. It's on Ear Shift Music. Independent. Then I got a couple things from the Blue Note sale they were having a couple weeks ago. I got those I got like CD only releases. The Eric Too Fast Rolling. Really good.
What does he play?
Trumpet. He's a French trumpet player. He has a few records. This is his Blue Note. Really good stuff. Brandon.
Cool.
This one really surprised me. I really love this record. The Jonathan Blake also came on CD only. Yeah. This is called Passage.
That's Notes and Tones approved.
Highly recommend.
And is that his most recent?
Yes. Came out in 24, yeah.
Okay.
And of course, it came out a week ago, I think. It's like an all-star band that was playing the Blue Note 85th anniversary tour. And I'm talking about Motion One.
Oh yeah. I want to get that. It's on vinyl too, right?
Yeah, you can buy it another way. So this is amazing. I mean, we were talking about
Ross,
last week.
Right? Joe Ross.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Joe Ross, Gerald Clayton, one of the greatest pianists, songwriters nowadays. Kendrick Scott, Matt Brewer, and Emmanuel Wilkins also released one of the best records of the year.
Yep.
So Out of Into, highly recommend. Amazing.
And it's obviously a little nod to Wahoo. The cover.
Sort of, yeah.
With the blurry cover and the large band.
Yeah. Here's the full picture. They kind of doubled it, make it nice. All of them sitting here, because you would think like, okay, those guys they play, they will, together in a tour for like a few months or maybe a year. They'll be just getting together, recording something, but there's actually some thought into it. It's a really well composed, well executed thing. Yeah, and I saw Joe Ross a couple weeks ago.
Does it say anything about when they were writing together or anything like that? Or
there's not much. There's not much liner notes. Probably on the website there's more information about it, but in the record here there's not many liner notes. Let me see. It doesn't even say when it was recorded. But it was the whole band. The 5 of them produced the record. It was produced by all of them. It was recorded in LA, mixed and mastered in New York.
Yeah,
great record.
I think I saw them towards the end of their tour when they were in Santa Cruz, and they were amazing. That's kind of why I want to know. I want to know if maybe I heard some of their material.
This is a really good record, Carlos. And so now I finally got my copy. Took a while to come. This is also one of the best records of the year, probably one of the best records of his career. Charles Lloyd, the sky will be there tomorrow. I mean, it was produced by Charles, Dorothy Dart, and Joe Harley. You can see them working together. I mean, Charles Lloyd, he just seems to like going up and up and higher in terms of like composition, playing, the feeling. You see, like, Sonny Rollins retired because of his age. He couldn't blow but I think based on his style, what he does, and how he composes, and there's a lot of like Wayne Shorter kind of resemblance here, but he's got his own style. He's very unique. So nothing to And I got it on the sale here. It came in a nice transparent blue.
Clear.
Yeah, clear blue. And I mean, Larry Grenadier on bass, man. This guy destroys. I mean, anything. If you don't have anything with Larry Grenadier on your collection, go listen to him. Go check him out, because this guy.
Is
he places the song.
Is that new Lloyd on Blue Note?
Yes, it came out. I think in March or April.
Yeah, early in the year, right?
Yeah, it's a must-have, Brandon. This record's like absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely unbelievable.
Felipe, you have this one?
Yes.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. I haven't listened to it a long time, but I might have to keep this out.
It is great. And the cool thing about Charles, he's done so much different stuff. He has like rock records. He has everything, right?
Yeah.
And it's
been around
so
a long
creative,
time.
so inventive, yes. And here's another record.
I was lucky enough to see him as well I went to the New Orleans Jazz Festival.
Yeah.
And saw him there.
Nice.
But
and I think he's gonna be at the Big Ears Festival next year.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah, he's gonna be at Big Ears. Yeah.
Yeah.
And another record. I was playing in the store.
Knox,
I had an
Vegas.
original. Yeah, we had an original there, but of course I can't get one of those. So I just got this recent, probably 2022, 23 reissue by Aguirre Records in Belgium. And David knows this one. This record is absolutely essential.
Oh yeah, Kanjamal.
This Kanjamal
Motherland.
here, oh my God, the percussion here is like so hypnotic, so good. It's like sucks you into the song. And this reissue is quite affordable. It's on Aguirre. Just search for Kanjamal. It's a Kanjamal Creative Art Ensemble. Don't even think about it. Just get this record.
I don't know
Yeah.
Kanjamal.
Just don't try to get an original. It's a 5-digit original.
Yes, it's freaking expensive. And on the
there was
same
one at
vibe,
WFMU. The guy Sound of Blue bought it, I think, for 10.
yeah, it's a lot. Yes,
Yeah.
and on the same vibe, Carlos and David and Brandon. On the same vibe, we played back to back at the radio show a few weeks ago. Alternate Spaces, Cecil McBee. This is on India Navigation.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I need to get
Right? It's not that crazy expensive. No, it's decently affordable record.
No, it's like $80, I think.
Yeah, it's between
it's
80 and
not cheap.
100. Depending. Yeah, you can get, if you got a really nice copy, it's going to be around 100 these days. But I mean, the music is so catchy, so hypnotic. Again, it goes so well along with that Kanjamal. We played them back to back that day. It was such a great combination, so I had to get both.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But the Cecil McBee, yeah, really, really cool. And lastly,
How did you get that Kanjamal so quick, man? Because you asked me about it, and then you had it.
Amazon. This reissue is on Amazon. You can buy it on Amazon for less than $30.
What?
Yeah, It
was hard for me to find that reissue, man.
This reissue is on Amazon. There's a reissue by Forced Exposure, like 2012. That one goes for like $80 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, lastly, that's the last thing that came this week. I have some stuff stuck in the mail, and this thing is amazing, unbelievable.
What is that?
What is it?
That's the Bird to the Blue.
Oh yeah.
I think it was so clever, so simple of them to put all those songs together in the same record and release as like a package to, like a precursor or first rehearsal.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a double LP?
No, it's just single. It's just 4 songs. The 4 songs that this band recorded prior to Kind of Blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there is Green Dolphin Street, Friend Dance, Stella Bastard, and Love for Sale, which is also on something else.
Okay, and I'm guessing Bill Evans is on that.
Yes, there's no Wynton Kelly. He hasn't joined the band. He joined the band like a year later.
Right.
But I mean, this pressing's unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. It's crazy. Really, really good. Really good. The packaging is amazing. Look at the quality of the pictures here. You know, the back.
Do you feel like it fits all together almost as one album if you put them all together?
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. It's the same session. They were there and just did it on that single day. 4 songs only, but it runs about 30 minutes. It's not like that short. All the songs are long. But I found that I never heard the sound so good, so big, so spacious, and I'm happy with the purchase. And of course, Chad doesn't send free records to anyone. I bought my copy. Everything from Chad, I buy it, and I give my honest opinion. This is really good. I'm not sure how rare this blue is, but one thing I can say, there's people like selling this even the black copy is like 150 now, really expensive.
Oh, really?
Because it's sold out.
Right.
They will have it again in January, the black one. So
cool.
don't buy this stuff. Don't buy this thing, please.
Don't buy the
Don't
flippers.
buy the flippers.
It's being reissued in January. Black copy is unnumbered. Okay, and that's according to Chad. So please don't buy it. Don't get ripped. For sure.
Yeah.
Good looking out.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. And
what's Mike doing, Felipe?
I think he's out of town.
Ah, yeah.
For Christmas, yes.
Well, didn't he go to Canada?
Our family coming. He was in Canada last week. Then and then he flew back. He's got some really bad flu.
He got the Rona.
Yeah, he was feeling really crappy a couple of days ago. So, and I think he's having some family stuff. They're going somewhere. And Chris is
Canadian pancakes up there, man.
Yeah. And Chris is prepping for the holiday too, so not available. He will maybe be available later, but I think after 2 hours. I was thinking of cutting it short. Do you guys have anything else to
I'm good.
talk about or anything? Yeah, it's kind of slow too. It's like the end of the year. Yeah. Probably next week. If we do anything next week, it's gonna be probably talking about the year, doing a recap or something. That could be cool.
Maybe I'm also working. Could show like their best finds of the year or something.
Yeah, that'll be a good idea. I'll put that on the group, Dave. And
I think I'm going out.
And I'm also prepping. I'm finalizing my video of the best of the year. I didn't want to make like a top 10 or top like a round number. I just pick whatever I liked, and I think it doesn't matter if it's like a top 13 or 37 or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I should be probably finalizing it and putting it out soon. Some cool stuff coming out. Let's see.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
See you guys later.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by.
No problem.
Thank you. Okay. Leave a comment. Aí. All right, Brando.